Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Cancer Capricorn axis. This will be the 4th and the 10th house. Both these signs deal with the home. The essence of Cancer Capricorn is the bottom of the chart and the top of the chart. So the career and the home. Both cardinal signs, Cancer is water, Capricorn is earth. A Cancer sun. Remember, these are just generalities. And I'm just giving you a little bit on each. Cancer is the sign of nurturing. They're sensitive, intuitive, security seeking, self-protective of themselves and others, great huggers. They can be a little bit crabby. They can have insecurities. They're very passionate. They love love. They love being by water, bodies of water. Not all cancers like being in water too deep. It can make them feel out of their depth. Again, that's a generality, but a lot of them are known to be by bodies of water, not always necessarily submerged. But that's not for all of them. The first few minutes of their day dictates how their day will go. So if you live with a Cancer, best thing for them when they wake up first thing in the morning is a smile, maybe a little bit of distance to let them acclimate to how they want to proceed with their day. They love the kitchen, they love food. Home is where the heart is, so for Cancer, it's the kitchen. Now Capricorn, they're more of a feet on the ground energy, eye on the prize. They have a very realistic approach to life. They are concerned with things that are worthwhile. At a physical level, they can be quite shy. They do have this outer image of being very strong, efficient, loyal. Capricorns, they're born old and get younger as they age. Seems to be one of their things. They like antiquities, anything that is that has class or a pedigree. They have high moral standards, integrity, loyalty, dignity. These are words you would associate with a Capricorn. Now, Cancer rules the 4th house, and that is the house of home. Home, where is my home? All things concerning home, safety, security. It's the house of the mother or the strong nurturer in the family. It gives a base, a root to the chart in your horoscope, the 4th house. And the root, the security to your house it's however that looks for you, because that can look different to all of us, what makes us feel safe and secure. That can, be in many different ways. It's also where you're private. It's where you can close the door and nobody can get in without your permission. Whereas the 10th house, it's at the top of the chart. So we're looking at, it's like the peak of your career. This is the providing parent, the person that goes out and brings in the resources for the family, or however you would describe that. Career, work, job, goals, ambition. It's where you shine. People with a lot of planets in the 10th house probably are not too comfortable, or probably are very comfortable with being seen in public. The 10th house governs how you deal with all systems, whether it be parent, employer, God, the law, the state, any type of authority, teachers. The 10th house is the outside world and your role in it. So those are the houses that they govern. Then the moons. Cancers need to feel that they're in control of their environment too. That's another thing I meant to say. Cancer rules the moon as well, so it's in its natural ruling here. It's where it's at its most comfortable. People with a Cancer moon are good in the kitchen. They're like at homely things. They're good at nurturing. But they can also be, and this is at an unconscious level, they can be possessive of other people. These people are not detached. They're very much attached. So you have to watch out for that. They like to cling to people, to things, to their home. They seek out security and familiarity. They look for peace and quiet. They are the world's best providers in terms of nurturing, for sure. They run on the tides of the moon, especially the new and full moon. They are wonderfully dependable despite their mood swings. They can get very insecure, and when that happens, they can get manipulative. But you can talk it out. You can, talk it out with them. The moon in Capricorn, that's not necessarily the easiest position, some people say. It's a quite guarded moon about how it expresses itself emotionally. Until they feel safe and secure within their environment and who they're with, somebody they've known for a long time, before they really open up. And it's out of, fear of being judged. They can subsume what they feel into their work, moon in Capricorn. They are very good listeners. They will sit down, listen to you, help you through it. They will provide a really safe space for you to be in, be it emotional or mental. They're almost like a psychotherapist that way. Now, for themselves, it can be really difficult for them to open up and express themselves freely until they are comfortable with whom they are connecting with. They are naturally cautious about their feelings with people until they are comfortable. It's very good at loyalty, the moon in Capricorn. Loyalty, emotional solidity and stability. The moon in Capricorn is really solid and grounded. They do not panic. Let's look at the rising sign of each. Trying to keep this short. I know it can get long. Cancer rising. Cancer risings tend to attract more conservative, down-to-earth people, grounded people. They are quite emotive on the surface, so their partners that they attract tend to be normally the strong, silent type, who gets things done and brings reality and groundedness into things. So they really pull in the Capricorn energy, like when they're seeking out partners. Capricorn rising can come across very gentle, empathetic. When they enter a room, they don't make a big splash. They are more, they kind of move side to side. They weave their way in. They are very sensitive to their environments, and they can get flustered easily, especially in public. they can put out and attract at the same time energy from people around them that's based more on things like moods, feelings, sensitivities, and they really resonate with these people. So they can take on all this energy sometimes, and they, without even realizing it. They can, Capricorn rising can really be relied on for comforting hugs, a shoulder to cry on, good meal. They are more moody than the sun or the moon, the rising sign, but it's more superficial because of they're picking up on the environment around them. They kind of just, they can go and pull in the energy that's most active at the time. They can be very easily influenced that way. So they need to check in. They need to stop, check in their environments, check in what they're feeling. Is this my own? Because if they don't, if they just keep going and running on that, they can be prone to self-pity and neediness. And so a quick stop and check in every once in a while, especially if they're feeling too much, is very beneficial for them. Now, a Capricorn ascendant, again, they really tend to gravitate towards the emotion of a Cancer when they're looking for partners, or not looking, but when they're drawing in, what they desire. They often see everything in their lives not as a struggle, but as a task. They, something that needs to be worked at. They are very head down and focused and concentrated, and they do. They do not let emotion get in the way of what they need to do. They put a kind of effort into their lives that brings resilience, resourcefulness, determination, and thoroughness. They can be relied upon to get the job done, and they don't need supervision. Work is their pride, and it's very, very important to them. They like to be seen as doing their best at all times. They can be a bit detached and impersonal, a little bit reserved, or appear that way. They're very silent in expression. They can often seem like they look stern. They come across that they are more, they attract people that are more emotive than they are, like the Cancer. Capricorn risings projects competence. They're more of, I'm the one. You can always depend on me. Probably at a young age, they were the one that, parents would say, or teachers in schools would say, we can count on you, But the Capricorn rising does need to be reminded every once in a while. You need to give them a nudge, that have a little bit of fun. Have a little bit of fun. It's not all work. Now the midheaven, where we shine in public, where we want to be seen as in the public. Cancer, they can actually be really guarded when going out into the outside world, especially with a lot of people they don't know. So at first they can come up like shields come up. You can kind of sense that about them. They're not going to reveal a lot to you until they get to know you. So they're slow to open, but once they do, they embrace what they're doing with like work-wise, like with compassion and empathy. They do things in the workplace that involve words like intuition, empathy, nurturing. Their attitude towards work is going to be strongly influenced by their upbringing, by their family. They can often be found like working in family businesses, or in other ways that seem more like part of a team. Things that make them feel like they're contributing. Also where they feel like they're appreciated. They also, you'll see them in nurturing careers. healing, teaching, nursing homes, owning a restaurant, you know, the nurturing, the feeding, the wider family, things that make people feel nurtured. You quite often can come across chefs with the Capricorn or with the Cancer midheaven. Capricorn midheaven comes across really diligent, uber effective, efficient, sharp, focused, not sensitive at all or emotional. They concentrate at the task at hand. They're very loyal, self-disciplined, there's self-respect there. They pride themselves on their work. You give them a task, they will get it done, they will get it done properly, and they definitely do not need to be checked on or supervised. Now, when they're young, this can feel like a real slow crawl for them. But once they're past the age of about 30, some a little bit older, and that's when they really begin to flower at their profession. Sometimes Capricorn midheaven might have grown up with a really pushy parent, and that can make them hold back when they're younger. But as they age and they learn, then they realize, and they develop, you know, really great, grounded, head down, nose to the grind skills. You know, when you have a pushy parent sometimes, or anybody pushing you, you can kind of sometimes feel like, you know, you resist against it, right? Capricorn midheaven is very pragmatic. They're very down-to-earth people, very grounded. Their approach to everything concerning work, career, and ambition is great. They have great organizational skills and abilities. They're good at coordinating, facilitating, managing. They have a sense of consistency. They can handle a lot of responsibility, and you can trust them to do a really good job with it. They have a strong sense of duty as well. And duty, rather than I say duty and not meaning that they're not just an overachiever. It's, you know, they don't like drama. That's one thing for sure. Okay, so that's a little bit on the Cancer Capricorn axis. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot of layers to it. I didn't go into the moon in the houses. They show up a little bit different. I might do that in a separate video. I had a hard time just narrowing it down to that, just because it's so, I just found it deep. And that probably is because Cancer's a water sign. And I know some Cancers and some Capricorns in my life. And it was really interesting in learning more about them through just this part of the module. The Cancer moon is true. I know about that. I have somebody who is a Cancer moon, and yeah, when they get up in the morning, they do. You just need to give them a smile, and they will slowly come out of their shell. They're not somebody just to get up and start. They're not a Sag moon, that's for sure. And Capricorns, yeah, they are reserved. You do have to remind them to have fun. It's like they schedule fun into their notebook. But they're great workers if you're looking to hire somebody. You know, Capricorn, you know, they'll get the job done. So for tarot, Cancer comes up as the moon, and it rules the moon. So this is the moon card from Chris Ann. This is a beautiful moon card. Again, this moon card has lots of layers to it. It's deep. It's beautiful. And Capricorn is the Devil card in the tarot. This Devil card is really beautiful. Doesn't look like the typical tarot card. And I love it. Let me see, can you get that? Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful illustration and artwork. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is our structure. So Capricorn is also structure. The what holds us in, right? And because Cancer can be so fluid, right? The Capricorn really gives them that structure, gives them that sense of bounds, so they don't feel so, what's the word I'm looking for? Blurred is the word I'm looking for. So there you go. There's a quick synopsis on Cancer and Capricorn. Next week we're doing Leo Aquarius, then Virgo Pisces, and that's it. And I am moving on to my next module for the planets, and that I'm looking forward to. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.